Hey guys, it's Shonda back with Sbeck Traditions. So I'm just going to take a quick look in the greenhouse and see how things are doing. Things are doing very well in the greenhouse. I'm very pleased with it. So today it is 70 degrees in here, Fahrenheit. And all the plants are doing very well. Now these peas will be going into their pots in the garden tomorrow. The lettuce is doing very well. You can see the sprouts coming up. From those, I have a tray of my herbs that were in the house under grow lights. These were in the house the entire time, and they spent the night out here in the greenhouse. You can see the dill is strong and doing well. These were pruned right before, well, I harvested some of this stuff. The sage, the parsley and cilantro were harvested before they came out, so that's why they're looking a little low. This one as well. This is also sage. The basil, no, that has like a little, before I put them in here I had them sitting out on the deck for about an hour or two, and they got a little tingy color on the leaves. It may bounce back, it may not, I don't know. This was a tomato plant that also was out there. This was on that tray first. That was outside for about an hour or two. And it also has the leaves that change a little bit of color from the cold. So they're in here now though, so they'll probably be fine for the rest of their time. Rosemary's still doing good. It's not growing much very fast. I'm not sure, I have to check on rosemary and see what it needs. It's not growing very fast. This was a tomato plant that was in the house, but it's indeterminate, and it grew up really tall. So I brought it out here. I didn't mean to plant this, so it was by accident. So whatever it does, it does. I don't really care. The Brussels sprouts, the cabbage. I'm sorry, not cabbage. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. All of those pots are doing well. They're sitting there. Kale on this side. I still haven't planted those into those pots yet, but they'll be going soon. Those are carrots in there, so they're not up yet. So that's fine. That's my lemon tree that was from last year. It's been on the deck the entire time, so I brought it in here to see if it'll, hoping it'll come back. I did not cover it. I'm not sure if I should have. We'll see what happens. But you can see different stems have different coloring on them, so I don't know. Kid's crazy. There's more peas coming up here. These are the Alaska peas. So they're coming up just fine. They're doing good. So yeah, everything's doing really well in the greenhouse. I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. The only thing I can say is I wish it were bigger. Like, you know, things you do more and more. The more space you have, the more you can do. So of course I'm like, I wish I had more space because I wish it was bigger. But this is about all space we can use in the yard for a greenhouse. So I am still grateful for what we have. So my newest plan with the ducks to keep this area not smelling so bad is working. I got rid of the bedding. Since they're in the shower, when they poop, you know, every, I guess, couple of hours, I just kind of rinse it out with the shower. Since their poop is not really solid, it's just like, literally, it's just water-based, it seems like. It just breaks up and drips right down into the drain and will go away. So, it's working. It's the next day, and I'm noticing that one of our Peking ducks is fairly smaller than the other three. And it's not eating as much. It's got one standing right there next to the khaki, cleaning itself. But this morning when I came in and turned on the light for everyone in the bathroom, that one kind of freaked out. It looked like it was having a seizure. Kind of fell backwards. His neck was kind of flipped back and it wouldn't stand up for a second, but after a while it got itself together and it stood up. But when I went and put fresh feed down, like everybody rushed to the food, and that one did not. You know, so I'm not sure what's going on. I put sugar in the water. I lightly scrambled an egg, like with a lot of water in it, and added it to the food to see if he would want to eat that one. So he's not really eating. He's drinking, but not eating. So I just don't know what's up with that. We are new to ducks, so I'm not, you know, I'm looking online trying to find solutions or answers just to what it could be, what the problem may be. Is it just that, you know, it was just smaller? But at the same time, all of the khakis are smaller than that bird, than that duck. The khakis are all smaller than the Pekings, and even smaller than that particular Peking. So, you know, I don't know if, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure what the deal is. You know, they have heat, they cuddle up, they get warm. I'm keeping it clean because I'm, you know, showering out the poop literally like every hour. They're getting brewer's yeast in their food and fresh water. I had not put sugar in their water until today. This is my first time doing that. I remember reading it and I completely forgot, so I did start doing that today. Hold on, Silas. So if anyone has any suggestions on what could be wrong with that particular duck, why he's not eating, I would greatly appreciate it. Anything that you could share would be helpful. As you can see, there's some poop in there, so I just turn on the warm water in the shower. So that food is their regular crumble mixed in. I mixed some egg into it, chicken egg, and put water in it. So I made it like a mash. So we'll see once they're hungry again if they eat that. I don't know. We have a rainy day today, like all day, so I will not be getting anything done outside. I mean, the animals are fed, but other than that, like, I'm not going to be out there doing anything. Tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow I may try to go and get some of the lumber so we can start building a duck hut for outside tomorrow, as well as the raised bed that we're going to do in the front on the side of the house. And yeah, that's it. Those are the two things that we need to build this weekend. The raised bed in the front on the side of the house is going to be... Mommy. Yes. Mama. Okay, hold on. It's going to be watermelon and pumpkins and some squash. Not much squash, just a little bit, because most of the squash will be back in the backyard in the containers. But that's what's going out front, so we're going to get some lumber for that and get this duck hut build started so that they can go outside when it's time, and when it gets a little bit warmer I'll put the heat lamp outside for them, and so they can be out there. This chick is doing better. feathers are growing back in. I tried to put him in there, back in there with the other three, and he was like jumping and flying on top of them and everything. So I'm not sure if he can be back with them at all. I'm not sure what to do. So he has to stay in here by himself for a little longer because he can't be in there attacking the other birds, the other three. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe like he started it and they finished it. Maybe that's what happened with the pecking. I have no idea. But I tried to put him in there this morning, and it was like crazy. It sounded crazy in there. His wings were flapping. He was jumping on top of them. It was insane. So I tossed him back in here. Quail eggs are turning, and temperature is holding steady, and the humidity is pretty much going back and forth between 35 and 45, and trying to keep it, within that range. So I have to add a little bit of water, it seems like every other day maybe. But all seems well in there. Seems like this duck is even sitting weird. I mean, let's look at his feet, the way they're sitting, the way he's sitting. I don't know. Is that normal? I don't feel like I've seen any of them sit like that, with their feet curled. To eat, baby. You're so little. The size difference on those two dogs. I mean, it's very, very different. Yes, Cyrus. I'm feeling real good right now. So earlier in this video, I told you guys that one of the Peking ducks was like really small. She wasn't eating. He or she, whatever it is, wasn't eating. And so I was online doing some research for different things to try to figure out what could be wrong. But somewhere I saw on probably my backyard chicken, someone had said about like, well, they said like boiled egg, but I just like scrambled up an egg and I mushed it in with their crumble and put water in it and kind of made like a mash, and he's eating. I am like feeling like a rock star right now when your livestock has an issue and you think you've solved the problem. I feel so good. I'm so happy because I was really worried about this duckling. That's it, drinking water. But it was just in that bowl. And I just like, I was gone for a few hours and I came back and it was gone. So I made some more, put it in the bowl and put it like right to his face. And it took a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, so this one did eat that. So I made, put the bowl down and he walked right on over and got some and had no problem eating it. So I guess he just wasn't liking the crumble. For whatever reason, this one likes it wet and mashed. So I'll just put it in there and sprinkle water in it and let it just become like a wet mash for them. I mean, they eat it right up. So happy right now. Mash for the win. Wowzers. These tomato transplants made a major comeback from the stress of up-potting them into these single pots. They're always, when you transplant your plants and separate them and all that, they get a little weak and they lean over a little bit. But these plants are sturdy. They're tough and they're sturdy and they're looking very good. Very good. I mean, this was the little one that I showed. I mean, it was little. I mean, it's grown just that so much already. So much. Even these ones. Well, these are kooks. And there's a little watermelon coming. Yay. But for these, they're doing really strong too. From even though, you know, like I said, from even though I separated them and repotted them, they got a shot of fertilizer. And so it stinks back here. But they're doing really well. So I'm really pleased with the tomatoes and how they've transitioned to their new temporary home again. And I also planted some of my flowers here. So this one is flowers. This one is watermelon and squash plants. So let's look at the flowers. This morning there was nothing. It is 8:30 right now, tonight. And I see sprouts. So it looks like just the marigolds have sprouted. And I'm planning to plant a lot of marigold and a lot of nasturtiums. Look at that, I said the word right, the name right, finally, nasturtiums. Ha, I got it, nasturtiums. Check me out. I'm planting a lot of those because, for one, it keeps the bugs away out of your garden, but also those are good for the chicken coop. I have planters around, like surrounding the chicken coop in the run, so that they can eat them, and also it helps to keep the bugs away from their stuff. So some of that will be going in the nest boxes along with peppermint. Yeah, really excited about that. Real happy about that. I'm glad I see sprouts coming. That's great. That's real great. So next I want to see some sprouts from here, which I know will be coming because squash grows crazy fast.